wish this person would go away. I am very, very busy. Um,
Ever hear of a guy called Karzak?
No, sir.
okay. How do you feel about the eclipse?
Did you know there's an eclipse of the sun in a few weeks' time?
Yeah, Joe told me about it. He's having a party and we're all
Somebody's
invited.
got to need those
Me and the
second
boys are dressing up as evil monks.
People pay a lot of
Yeah?
money for those types
Cool.
of things, I've been told. Would you also like a pair of panties? How about you?
You wouldn't be impressed.
Why wouldn't he be impressed? Would you like some lipstick instead? How about some lipstick?
He wouldn't be impressed.
Okay, well, will this guy be impressed? Joe, are you Joe?
Do you know anything about the eclipse?
Yes, and I'm really looking forward
Hey,
to
finally
seeing it.
someone who
I
has
heard
a
it's
social
going to
life.
be Pretty spectacular.
It's in a few weeks' time, isn't it?
9 days. Thanks.
9 days. How about
Ever heard of
Karzak?
a guy called Karzak?
No.
He's the most happy secretary we had. Maybe he does want the panties. Would you like a panties? Panties in the secretary?
I thought again.
Okay, how about the tequila worm? Would you seem like a guy who likes to party. Would you like the tequila? Could we please go back? Your inventory is almost as indistinguishable as a Leisure Suit Larry game. Oh, heck yeah. There's
I
so
thought
much
again.
humor and pun and tongue in cheek and stuff. Would you like some lipstick? Okay, what if you try to show the pant?
I
Okay,
thought again.
all right, think again. All right, what if we try to show the panties to her again? Would you like the panties? That's gonna be
Would have been
my stream name next week. It's gonna say, "Would you like the panties?"
You just see an outside scene of him getting smacked out the window.
That would be what would happen to Leisure Suit Larry. He'd be like knocked out of the back window and flying down there with a wee. All right, can I go in your cupboard? Do you mind?
Keep out of there.
Okay, I'm guessing she's not. Okay, she's not a big fan of me. Well, necessary information there. Nico, a side word, please.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
Okay, so not at this time, but should we go outside the building and plot and plan? I think it's funny how we could go to every single person. Now, oh, we have the snacks, don't we? Well, we should probably try that. We're going to give them snacks. We're going to give them a minute. Can I go back? Go back in. Uh-oh. There is no going back. We left. Dang. All right, let's offer some more snacks to these dudes. Would you like some dog biscuits again? They taste really good. I've heard they're made of cabbage.
I decided to leave it.
You decided to eat them. Okay, perhaps they know something more about Miguel. All right,
I
that's
had nothing
the
else to
fun.
talk about.
Nothing to talk to him about. All right, let's go into the
Hey,
police
Nico.
station. Nico, please come help me out here. Be the eye candy so that I can get inside the safe. Boy, this guy's just got a permanent smile on his face. What the freaking hell is he doing behind the desk? What kind of wacky weed has he been smoking, huh? General Grisantio. We haven't
I'd asked
found your
him all I
mom yet.
wanted to for now.
All right, we haven't found the mom yet. How about this guy, Ronaldo? Can you take us on a 3-hour tour?
I'd
Miguel.
like to visit your prisoner.
Condemned prisoners aren't allowed
Condemned
Condemned?
visitors to death.
for
He
songs?
is to be executed. Knowing my luck, I will probably have to shoot him myself.
Amnesty International is going to hear about this.
Yeah, seriously.
I
Miguel.
thought Miguel was arrested for playing the wrong kind of music.
Si, senor, he was.
And that carries the death penalty?
No, no, no. You think we're crazy? While being questioned, he confessed to being an anti-government agent.
So long.
Okay, so long. We are we're gonna go see Dwayne. Broken Sword Party. Hey, XL. Oh my God, we have been showing. You know how Broken Sword goes, XL. We have been showing all the stuff. Not all of it, but the panties for this one for sure. Hey, Dwayne. Dwayne. I think we showed Dwayne the panties and he thought we were having a threesome or something.
I didn't think Dwayne would have any interest.
Darn. Dwayne.
Maybe I'm wrong, but you seemed kind of evasive when I asked you about what you had in that truck before.
Yes, I would gladly inform you there is a Broken Sword 2.5, which is fan-made sequel to 2, and you should. How do I get that?
I'm on a top-secret classified mission for Uncle Sam. This truck is a rolling bomb. 400 pounds of nitrate fertilizer with a plastique initiator. They'll hear the bang in China. Gee, I'm really looking forward to this.
Is Miguel the reason you're here?
Pretty smart, George. I was supposed to make contact with him. By the time I found him, though, he was in jail. I've been trying to figure out a way to get him out since then.
Sounds good to me. Count me in.
Good man, George. All I need is a detonator.
It's on brokensword.com and it's free. I'll have to take a look at it.
How come you brought a truckload of explosives but no
Good
detonator?
point.
Call me old-fashioned, but I say packing trunks is woman's work. I left the packing to Pearl, and I can't find a darn thing. Just hope she remembered to bring my denture polish. I'd sure hate to arrive back in the States with tar on my teeth.
Have you really never heard of Condor?
Of course I have, son. Matter of fact, it was old Dwayne's investigation scared him off.
Did you find any evidence of Condor's drug smuggling operations?
Drugs? Hell no! Condor was a cover for the illegal export of Mayan artifacts.
So who was behind Condor Transglobal?
It was registered in the name of Edan.
Did you get the guy?
I don't think he ever existed. Edan backwards spells Nady, Spanish for nobody.
Is there
I
anything
had
else?
nothing else to ask him.
So we know where the detonator is. How are we going to distract that one woman? I'm gonna think Nico. Right, she said stay out of the cabinet. So I'm gonna go talk to. Hopefully we can talk to Nico now. There she is. Nico. Okay, good idea. Well, we'll definitely take a look at that, Excel. And how you been? How's everything going in your part of the world? Did I not click on her to talk to her?
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico
All right,
about.
how about Pearl? Pearl must have known. She packed the truck, so she must know there's explosives in the back.
Did you know that the truck was full of explosives?
Whatever gave you that idea, as if I couldn't guess?
Your husband. He was exaggerating, wasn't he?
Sometimes I wonder how I'm gonna cope with Dwayne's over-fertile imagination.
Do you know where I could buy a detonator?
Did Dwayne put you up to this by any chance? Oh, I get it. This is to detonate the truckload of explosives, right?
Hey, come on, I was kidding. Did you think I was serious?
I know what you boys are like when you get together and make plans. Dwayne says he could solve all of world's problems if he had enough missiles.
Catch you later, Pearl.
I really thought that they were kind of certifiable, but now I'm sure of it. Okay. Maybe it'll
So hear me out.
maybe. Okay, now we can go back up here.
Movie adaptation: Owen Wilson as George and Natalie Portman.
Portman is Nico. Or even Sophie Marceau could play Nico as kind of like she did with Dan Brown's book,
Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci Code. Okay, Conchita. I came in without Nico this time. Yeah, let's ask her for a detonator because I'm sure that will be great.
Do you have any kind of detonating device in stock?
Sure. They're kept in that cupboard.
I don't suppose you have one spare.
I can't simply give you a device like that, no without a damn good reason.
The general has a chart in his office, which he was discussing with Ubier.
Perhaps that chart will tell us where they're heading.
Maybe, but I can't get anywhere near it while the general and his sidekick are there.
Can you call him up on the phone?
I had nothing else to talk about.
Okay, it seems like we need to distract the general. And the general has a thing for Nico, so I'm thinking it's gotta be her. Can we walk over here, George? Thanks.
Find an item in your newspaper.
Wow. George Stobart is just kind of funny with his information giving and stuff like that, you know, and the questions he asks and stuff. It's funny that they brought back Pearl and Dwayne. Okay, so where was... Oh.
Hey,
Where
Nico.
Okay, there we go. Nico, could you please come over here and help us out? See if we can distract the general. I wish you would talk to me. Do you think we can ask maybe for a detonator? Could I pretty please look at the map?
To for now.
What if I talk to Nico right now? Here, right in front of them. Is that
There was
something?
nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
Damn. We need to look at the map because we need to convince that woman to give us a detonator. Or I was going to use Nico to distract, you know. Okay, that's it. That is all it was, and I'm just gonna follow through on what we need to do here. Cause I was thinking, you know, I was on the right track. I need to get Nico. Dang it! I need to get Nico. I can't believe I've got a mouse tracking my game. I didn't even pay attention to that. Broken sword. Mia. Move the mouse cursor. But now to talk to her in the market spot. Okay, here we go. Map.
Could you distract the general while I took a look at that chart?
You're kidding. Did you see the way he was leering at me?
Yeah. You'd make a great snake charmer. Come on. 5 minutes is all I need.
Well, maybe. But it's your harebrained scheme. You do the talking.
In my country, we have a thing called ménage à trois.
Why do you have to
Would
do
you
it?
like... No. I'm not saying that to the stream. I'm just, you know, ad-libbing with what could go on in this other scenario here. Okay, now let's go distract him, huh? Would you like my woman? $100, you may have her.
With a stupid, creepy.
I know, he really does.
My girlfriend has a favor she wants to ask you, General.
Yes.
For you, my dear. Thank
Oh, yes, my dear.
I think he was,
I've changed my mind.
Oh, no, you haven't. She's embarrassed about asking you for an interview, General.
An interview with me? Fabuloso!
Well, I
Fabuloso!
want to write a story about you.
You hear that, Ronaldo? An exclusive glossy spread about your beloved general.
Si, Signor General.
Look after things here. I'm going back to my apartment and I don't want to be disturbed.
What?
I'll get you for this, Josh Stuba.
Don't worry. If you're gone for more than a couple of hours, I'll come and get you.
Couple of hours. You ever keep your hands to yourself, buddy? I'm gonna knock you in the next week. I do not mean. Excel says I remember this game very, very well. Nice.
No, Signor. The General said nobody must see that chart.
He won't know unless you tell him.
You don't know him, Signor. He will worm it out of me as easily as he de-waxes his ear.
Okay. I'd have to get rid of him.
How are we gonna get
I
No.
didn't have time to get sidetracked by playing computer games.
It sounded like a little point rang off or something. Maybe it's something.
no, it was my watch.
Oh. Change the channel. Maybe he's watching.
Watching TV. I did a back-to-back playthrough of all the Broken Sword and all the Monkey
Island a few years back.
Oh, wow.
I started this 3 years ago, and then I lost the
I
game
decided
file,
to leave the television switched
so I
on.
restarted it. Did you want to say something to Excel?
I just said, oh, wow.
That's cool. Chad said, "Oh wow, that's cool."
How do we distract this guard so we can get in and see? Do we talk to him?
Would you take my friend to the ruins now the General's gone?
I'd be honored, Signor.
Thanks. I'll go get him.
One problem. Where's Nico?
Or do you mean musicians?
No, Nico. That's
Or
who.
maybe those
Would you like to go to the Become My Friends? If I share my panties with
I had
it,
nothing else to talk about.
Yes. So here's nothing else to talk about. I don't know where Nico is. We got the general gone, so maybe Nico like spiked his drink or something, made him go to sleep. Is there anything else here in the marketplace we need to be thinking about, worrying about, dealing with?
So I think I got like through a lot of this part, and I couldn't remember.
I can't remember how I'm gonna do anything. Maybe them again. So we can trigger an event or something. Well,
I had nothing else to talk about.
we have lots to talk about with the secretaries, though. A detonator.
Do you know where I could find a detonator?
Sure. The cupboard behind the boss. But she won't let you have it.
I'll use my charm.
This I gotta see.
These people know a lot more about what's going on than ignorant George.
I'm looking for a detonator.
Oh my, that's dangerous. I mean, are you qualified to handle those things? I don't know how you can work with explosives. I'd be too scared of
I
blowing
don't know how you
myself
can
up.
work with
That's why I
detonators
work in
behind
an
your
office.
desk either.
Mind you, clerical duties are not as safe as you might think. You know those things you use to remove staples? You know, staple removers.
Look, I sympathize, but I've heard enough of this crap.
I don't want to hear your problem, man. You can listen to mine, but I don't want to hear yours.
Do you keep detonators in the office?
I don't know. I'm new here.
I am new
In fact,
here. I just
start
work
to
here.
defend me. I don't have a clue what I'm supposed to be doing. Are you familiar with accounting software?
Yeah, sure. Which package are you using?
It's called Link. The guy who wrote it must be a lunatic. Every time I save a file, it plays a silly tune, and a little cartoon piglet dances across the display.
So what's the problem?
Well, none, I guess. But it's not what I'd expect from a professional accounting package.
That is freaking awesome. I did not expect that. I'm just struggling trying to figure out what comes next. Oh my gosh, the amount of Easter eggs and stuff they put into the game. Okay, how about you? Do you know anything about detonators in the office? You're too busy looking at your receipt. There we go. Oh, okay.
I guess a mining company must use explosives, right?
Not in the accounts and ledger section, to my knowledge.
Good point. And Nero, when you think about that, she deserves a score. Score. Alrighty. How do we... So, maybe it triggered. Maybe Nico is out there now. She did save a couple hours. I did play the Hugo. I played 1 and 2 during Halloween. I think that was your suggestion, Excel, and it took me a couple years to get, to get it on the queue, but I finally did. We also played Monkey Island. We're on Monkey Island 4. That is what we're going to play sometime on the Sunday brunch. Wonder why she's hanging around the police station anyway.
I've made the arrangements for your visit to the temple.
Ah, it's not Nico. It's me
I'd
and
love to,
Pearl.
but right now I have to save the world.
Me and Pearl going to... Okay, I'm going to try to click on this map while he's busy.
Listen, sweetie. I'm looking for an official guide to take me to the old pyramid.
For a lovely lady, I would go to the ends of the earth. For you, I will go as far as the pyramid and back. But what about your husband?
What he doesn't know won't hurt him. Let's go, Beanpole.
For a lovely lady, I would go to the earth and the ends of the earth and back. But for you, I will go. 1 and 2 is the haunted house. Yes.
I prefer to search the police station.
1 was like you went to your uncle's house, and 2, you go on your honeymoon with your wife.
It looked like a geological survey map showing the land to the southeast of Quaramonte City. About 60 miles inland and upstream was an area marked Teoculcan.
Okay. But now we can go back there because nobody's back there, so we can talk to Miguel. Oh, no. This is an awful jail. I mean, awful. There's not even toilets in the room. And, I'm sure this guy is... Hopefully he's
I'm
awake.
George Stobart. You're Miguel the musician, aren't you?
Ex-musician, senor. My career is finished.
Going to jail could be the boost your career needed.
Senor.
In the cell,
Rather
there's a
die
back
than live
left.
with this shame.
I'll have to take a look. Karzak.
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
Yes. The old man spoke of him.
The foreigner? Professor Oubier?
That's right. This man Karzak is Ubier's boss.
Is there a toilet in Miguel's cell? I don't. Oh, it's a hole in the doors. I believe it might be a hole in the flooring. Sorry. Yeah, you know, when in Rome.
Why is that noose hanging from the bars?
Ronaldo strung it up for me to hang myself. Don't cry for me, Senor Stubborn. When I am dead, the goddess will take my soul to rest in paradise.
Okay. I also noticed the rat climbing through the grate continually. Honestly, I don't. Stupid phone. If they bothered animating it in the back, nope. But they didn't. It's not anything you can click on, but it's there. And there is a hole, and there's the noose. Can we take the noose?
Reach the noose.
Oh, God. There's a light.
I couldn't reach the light. Someone had thoughtfully provided little shades for the light bulbs. The rest of the prison area looked like an English public toilet. It was a length of rope, knotted in a hangman's noose.
I don't think I have anything.
He wouldn't be interested.
Damn.
He wouldn't be interested.
It's probably better than the food they've been serving him. Take these patties. There are worse things in the world, Excel. There are worse things in the world than giving somebody on death row a pair of exotic panties, okay? Okay, so let's see. Now what do we do? Like Medicine Hat can tell you, I've had way too much fun with showing these panties.
Can you get into the safe or...
Right, now we can mess around, right? We can
The
mess
safe
around.
was undoubtedly locked. A safe was tucked under the desk. A couple of special offer letters were strewn across the
And the
desk.
dog biscuits. I've been having a blast messing with all of it. Maybe it's something on his. Oh, there was a filing cabinet here.
The filing cabinet was probably locked.
Why
The
does
filing cabinet stood in the corner.
why
What's that pot on the
can
ground? Just do?
probably it's nothing I can click on.
Yeah, well, why would...
We don't really get clicky games like this anymore. I think the most recent were Thimbleweed Park and the Tunguska series. I'm not sure what the Tunguska series is, though. And you're right. I mean, things like and the amount of data and stuff they put in the games is just awesome. Okay, let's see if we can go talk to Dwayne and see if he has an idea now more about that prison cell. Especially if we tell him that Miguel is going to hang himself or something. Or, well, the opportunity is there. I don't know.
I had nothing else to ask him.
Damn. Okay. So...
Can you, like, go past the truck or go...
No, I think that's the end of the... I think that's the end. Try. Pretty sure the truck isn't. You're right. There's a man there. He hasn't seen the panties, and he hasn't been offered the dog food yet. The dog biscuits yet.
Hi, I'm George Stillbark.
Of course. Oh, we can ask him all kinds of questions, and we can show him the panties. Okay, let's do it.
What can you tell me about the mining company?
The general closed down one of their mines.
Is this the brother who lost his
Lots
legs?
of folks lost their lives. I was lucky.
I only lost my leg.
It's hard to be funny when a guy's paraplegic. Okay,
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
That's obsidian. It's a volcanic rock which has cooled so fast that...
Yeah. Look, I'm not interested in geology.
You're not. I suppose you want to know about the carved picture on it.
yes.
That's right.
Then the guy you should talk to is the professor. He was
Great.
here a while ago.
Yeah, we saw him.
Do you recognize the design on this label?
Why, sure. That's the Condor Transglobal Shipping Company logo.
Do they have an office in Quaramonte?
No, but they ship out from here.
That's what I thought. Did you see the ship with the Condor flag?
No.
I don't
But
think
the
the
dock
guy's
is just the
seeing
other side of the
anything,
square.
Might
unfortunately.
as well be the other side of the moon.
Unless you get a lot closer to it.
Have you heard about the eclipse of the sun?
Sure, I'm having a party to celebrate it. Drop by.
Really?
Sure. Plenty of food, plenty of wine, and everyone's invited, except the general.
Good point.
Why don't you want the general at your
Well, I
party?
guess that makes our
Because
naughty
if
parts
you
legal.
bring those damned music albums from the 70s.
What do you think of these panties?
Awesome. You wear them?
No, someone sent them to my girlfriend.
Thoughtful.
There's somebody gave it to my girlfriend. Are there no other perverts on this channel? Is it only me, Excel, Messinhat, and Chad? If you don't think that's funny, speak up. All right,
Do you know
statue.
what this statue represents?
Should do. I used to carve things like that to sell to tourists. But it scared people around here, so I stopped.
Yeah, baby.
He wouldn't be interested.
I think that's the end of the line, though, there.
We're showing a Aragorn left. Is that?
I think, well, maybe that's going around the back. But I think it comes all the way around and brings you back to the center of town.
Oh.
Is there anything we could over here? Pearl's gone. Oh, that's right. She went to the mines. As a dog, the goat. Can we do anything with the goat? I don't mean anything disrespectful, but can we feed the goat dog biscuits? Maybe the goat likes a pair of red panties. Okay, so the goat doesn't like dog biscuits. Is that what you're telling me? Would you like a worm? No. There's actually a town in Belgium called Caramont that I think of it, I wonder if Caramonte's name was. Yes, probably right, because this is a French company that made the game. He thought the goats would eat anything. Well, they don't want the worm. And the goat doesn't want the panties. I'm gonna be really sad when I lose the panties. You know, like when the panties. They do. Goats eat plastic bags. Yeah, goats eat anything. Like, they get their hands on it, they eat it. Let's go back to Miguel. Hope he doesn't hang himself. And I don't know what to do with the rope. Like I said, I think I got to this part. I watched somebody do this part. I vaguely remember what I need to do here. We're talking very, very vaguely. All right, is that candle anything? Was there any significance about the chart? Was it more?
There was nothing I wanted to talk about right then.
Well, they got lots of rope, not just this noose right here. Can't do anything with it. I have nothing in my inventory. I've got a dart. I mean, I could throw a dart at the rope. Okay. I'm going to go around to the truck because the truck is parked right by the jail windows. Hey, Chloe. Well, it's a good thing there's no crime in this place, obviously. Because, like, no one's around. Go over here. Maybe now that I've talked to Miguel, maybe I can talk to him from this window.
There was a forlorn-looking guy asleep on the floor of the jail. It was Miguel, the pipe player.
He's asleep. Is there anything about the truck? Talk to Dwayne.
I had nothing else to ask him.
Damn. Oh, you're right. You're right. Thank you, Excel. You're right. I know where to go. With that hint, I know exactly where I need to go. And not just to show him panties and dog food, but to actually be useful in this game and see if we can get a detonator from her. Oh, that's right, because how would we ever even get him out of the cell? Okay. There we go.
We got a good look at that chart in the police station. It's a map of Quaramonte.
Does it tell us where Ubier is heading?
Yeah, a place called Teoculcan.
That's the site of the mine. I wonder why they're being so secretive about Ubier's plans. One thing's for sure. If the general's involved, they're up to no good. I'd like to talk to that musician Miguel. Take the detonator and get him out of that jail.
Alright, so let's just walk up to the cabinet and pick up a detonator. Because that's what we need to do. Are you sure you don't want the panties?
She wouldn't have been interested.
Damn. It's too much fun. Okay. Now that we got the detonator, let's go see Dwayne. And give Dwayne the detonator. Pearl and I wanted a son. But, Neil, hearing you talk now, we've changed our mind. Okay, how about now? I feel bad because we're going to blow up the cell or something like that. Wouldn't we want to get this guy moved? You would think. He's already lost his legs, so...
Dwayne.
Okay.
Keep your voice down, George. You want everyone to know. You'd best go and warn Miguel that the U.S. cavalry's on the way.
Okay.
Can I just walk up to the cell window and say, Psst, Miguel, I don't want to be in the cell room
There was
when...
a forlorn-looking guy asleep on the floor of the
Oh,
jail.
he's
It was
asleep.
Miguel, the
All right, one more time to go lonely into the jail cell area.
Hey, Miguel.
What is it? What is happening?
We're getting out of here.
Who's we? They've sent the Delta Force.
Well,
The Impossible Missions Force.
well.
Don't make me sick. Much better.
Who then?
A retired greetings card salesman from Ohio.
I'm doomed.
Hey, what are you
Not
doing
the
back
only
here?
I should have known you'd be trouble the moment I saw
Oh
you.
no, we're both in
I can
jail.
explain everything.
Get in that cell. Now.
Oh boy.
He'll shoot you.
Okay, here I am. Going quietly into the cell.
Very wise. North Americano
One
scum.
of the
Now
reasons
I'm
I hate
North
guns so
Americano
much is
scum.
that they make people so damned impolite.
That's okay, buddy. We got a plan for you,
I hope
alright?
You're enjoying your vacation, Senor Stovak.
Oh, you know.
Polish your weapons.
They said experience all forms of life and all kind of
This was part of your plan, right?
Well,
all
in a manner
kinds
of
of
speaking,
civic
no,
activities.
I was all out of ideas. It was up to Nico now.
Ah, we need Nico.
So, here we are.
Oh wow.
Changed.
I thought I would slip into something more comfortable.
The stench of cheap cologne rolled over me like tear gas.
So, what do you want to know about me? Ask and I will answer. I will deny you nothing.
Great. I'm doomed.
I am a very giving person.
How nice for your friend.
The mullet is kind of glorious. I know.
Your eyes are glittering like stars.
His damn cologne was making my eyes water. I was running out of sofa.
I think I'll stand. Maybe I'll sit way over here and ask you
As
questions.
spirited as you are beautiful, I admire that.
As long as he admired it from afar.
Well, we got a lava lamp.
I didn't want the lava lamp.
Really? I would have used it.
A lava lamp. Hip in a retro way. I had no doubt the general thought it was hip, full stop.
Swordfish.
On close inspection, I noticed that the swordfish was peppered with machine gun bullet holes.
Great.
The general was a real sportsman, and no mistake.
Yeah, tons of machine gun holes.
A stuffed swordfish.
What's on the TV?
I
Another
didn't
person.
want to watch a lot of tawdry soap operas.
I was like, is it another TV with the guy that's talking to a woman that's half dressed with a towel?
Cutting edge technology. In 1978, at any rate.
Tiger skin. It goes along with the mullet, you know. The tiger skin goes with the mullet.
A tiger skin lay on the floor. The tiger was beyond help.
Okay, what else? Portrait
It
of
was
his
a
mom?
portrait of some thug in a uniform.
Oh, maybe not his mom. Guess we're gonna have to try to talk to him about the lava lamp.
A lava lamp?
Sure, it's more impressive in the dark. I'll close the blind.
No, please don't.
No, don't do that. Not on such a beautiful day.
Hi. Say hello. Did you join?
Okay, the fireplace magically lit up. She's like, no, sorry. Came over here to tell you hi, but that's it. I'm out of here. All right, car's next.
The guy with the hat
Oh.
and the fat cigar.
My mother.
I wish we lived on the same part of the world, Mel. I would not want that
Smiling face at me in the dark. Seriously. I recently listed and started listening to selling all my old video game things. How come? How come you're selling all your old video game things, Excel?
Big fish. Catch it yourself?
Catch it. Fishing poles are for children.
Then
Ugh.
how did...
Are those
Oh, because they were in the
Two
attic and you weren't using them?
magazines on full automatic.
I only have a
Quite
few.
fun.
We've got a shelves full of games, but they're Chad's mostly. Yeah, seriously, William Defoe could make a good Colonel, huh? He's got a mouthful of teeth, that's for dang sure.
Love your TV.
Oh, yeah.
Love your
Cool,
TV.
no?
Uh-oh, Mommy.
Mom, what is going on here?
Nothing, Mom. I was...
I'm in uniform. And when I'm in uniform, it's...
Madame la Presidenta. Sorry, Madame la Presidenta.
Now, what is going on here?
Nothing, Madame la Presidenta. I was just showing my friend Nico some of the cool stuff I've got.
Hi.
Good afternoon, señorita. And just what are your intentions toward my son?
Intentions? We were just talking.
How nice. She has good bone structure, Raoul. Has she any brains?
She's a reporter.
Is she? And what sort of questions has she been asking?
I'm a freelance photojournalist. I do lifestyle features.
7th guest, 11th hour, we own Phantasmagoria, NIST 1 through 5, Pools of Radiance, Elder Scrolls 1 through 4, Old Prince of Persia's. I'm sure I'd have something you'd like. Yeah. I'm sure it'd take a long time to get to me, though.
It was pretty obvious who pulled the strings around here. I hope George was making good use of the time I was buying him.
So Mom is lining me up.
And when you were in this band of yours, you used to play that song for 2 hours?
Yeah, exactly. Not
worth shipping across the ocean.
Ours wasn't as good as
Yeah,
yours.
unfortunately
I have
not.
never
But I'm
heard
sure
that
there's a
song
market
before.
for people who
Yet I
want
have
those
no
kind of
doubt
games
it
on
must
your
be
side of
true.
the world there, XL.
Hey! Hey, George!
Dwayne Henderson.
Well,
Boy, am I ever glad to see you. Get to the American consul and tell him I've been imprisoned without charge.
Get real, George. He was the previous occupant of that cell you're in. We're gonna have to use good old American know-how to get you out of there.
Uh-oh.
That, and this truck full of explosives I've got here.
Dwayne, listen to me. You'll kill all of us.
You're going to impale the guy on the back who has no legs anyway. He can't crawl away from the explosion.
Negative to negative, positive to positive. You gotta get the bare copper wire here. Let me just, all right, I'll just hook that up. All right, there we go. Okay, just a minute. I've got to get to a safe distance.
Great.
Quick, Miguel, hit the mattress.
You have strange customs.
Too late.
okay.
Are we dead yet?
No.
Horse shit.
What happened to the explosives?
There ain't no explosives. My dumbass supplier must have given me organic fertilizer instead of chemical. All I got here is 400 pounds of lightly fried horse apples.
That's a lovely image, Dwayne. Never mind, I'll think of something.
So why can't we tie the truck, like the rope that's hanging there? All
I
right.
couldn't reach the noose.
Can Miguel give you the noose?
Listen to me, Miguel. You give me that rope and I'll get us out of here. Is there somewhere you can hide from the General?
Of course. My friends have a boat ready to take me upriver. But how are you going to break out of here with just a short piece of rope?
What?
I'm not sure. But I'll think of something.
What movie was it that they pulled, like, got someone out of jail, like, by doing something along those lines?
If your
I'm trying
plan
to-
doesn't work, will you let me hang myself in peace?
Yeah. Really? Will you not talk to me? Will you not talk to me in the process? I was thinking there was a movie where, like, they pulled out the whole jail wall or something like that to get someone out. I can't think. Cell window.
I couldn't escape that way.
Okay, I can't escape that way, but the rope is right here. So noose with the cell window. And Dwayne.
I had nothing else to ask.
Oh, for flip's sake. Yes, you do. You need to ask him to tie it to
The door? There's a door there? Oh, there is this door.
The
Can we
door
call-
was locked.
Okay, do we have anything, or did they steal? Oh, we got a dart. That didn't work. You could pick a lock on a small cabinet, but you can't pick a lock on the jail cell door. Did we grab anything? Well, I do have panties. You
I
sure?
had nothing else.
Sure can ask Dwayne for something. How about Dwayne and the rope? Is that a thing? Dwayne and oh, look, I can pick up the news. And now I pick up the news. What I'm gonna do with it?
Give it to Dwayne.
They really didn't give me an option. Noose in the cell window.
I
No-
couldn't escape that way.
Well, shiza. Can we pick his? No. Can we talk to
There
him?
was nothing I wanted to talk about.
There's a
I
toilet.
wasn't going to demean myself by using the bucket until I was desperate.
There's the answer about the toilets. He's got a
I didn't have
toilet.
the key to the lock.
What do I need to do here? I can't do anything with the lock. I can't. I thought I would be able to pull the wall with the truck. So what am I missing, Chad? Can you not just put the oh. Maybe. Yeah, it seems to be replaced with the window. Let me take the noose. So the noose is gone, right? No, once it's tied, it's like
I had
tied.
nothing else.
Rope and
I couldn't escape that way.
okay. The light. Is the
I
light
couldn't
important?
reach the light.
Miguel could. Yeah, I think it's the noose, you can grab the noose. Can I put it over the light? Noose in the lock.
I didn't have the key to the lock.
Well, I don't think that's what I was intending. You can't really like noose in the bed or give the noose to Miguel.
There was nothing.
Ha ha ha. Okay. I don't know. You know what the problem is? That the noose is the window. But you're supposed to give the noose to Dwayne.
Hey, Dwayne, I want you to tie
Boom.
this rope to your truck and then drive forward. I'd had no idea whether this was really going to work, but I'd seen it in a black and white western. Of course, Hopalong was using a horse, and Dwayne had a 4-ton truck, but hey, the principle's sound.
Anything you say, George.
Yeah. I missed
Forgive my
one
mother.
small
She
pixel.
can be a little difficult.
Oh,
Can
my feet. Raoul, propose, you idiot.
Don't mind her. She just wants grandchildren.
Don't think I can't hear you, Raoul. I want the worthy successor, and you're not it.
wow.
Propose now, or I'll do it for you.
Look, Nico, we haven't known each other very long.
Like a whole
but
2 hours.
What the hell was that?
I didn't know what was going on, but Georges had to be involved in it somewhere.
What did you do?
I passed the rope to Dwayne.
That's what I was wondering. If
It was just a
interface thing.
small pixel issue.
I ain't gonna say a thing, 'cause that sweet sound of falling masonry says it all.
Quick, senor. The river.
Huh? Wait, what about Nico?
Come on, Nico.
Georges, what have you done? You only had to sneak a look at the chart, and it's turned into World War III.
No time to explain. Come on.
Yeah. Great. Can we? Pearl is.
Don't move, terrorist scum. You talking to me, Junior? Yes, I'm talking to you, fat man. And my name's not Junior. A word to the wise, Junior. You carry on waving that pea shooter in my face, and the next person who sees it is gonna be your proctologist. Savvy? General, I am happy to report that I have apprehended the terrorists.
You idiot, not them. The other American and the French woman. They're the ones.
Okay, we have gotten away from Coromonte. We are headed to someplace in the jungle. That is a loud move. Yeah, sorry about that. Game got kind of loud too, and I adjusted the sound. Hooray! Wow, that is a loud thing. Talk about loud. Well, we won't be going back by boat.
When I recovered consciousness, I was alone, washed up on the riverbank.
Oh no!
My head was aching fiercely.
Advanced 3D
and my
rendering.
mouth tasted like a swamp.
Nico is gone.
But I followed the sound and discovered a treehouse in a nearby clearing.
Well, what's buying?
That vine rope could be useful.
Oh, it's a washing machine.
The machine was broken.
No,
The contraption consisted of a crude wooden wheel with wooden slats.
there's a water wheel. I love how he was thrown in an explosion and his clothes aren't tattered or anything. You
The
know,
iron
it's just
rim of the water wheel.
game
would have torn the
logistics.
skin
Don't put a
from
lot
my
of stock
fingers
in
if
them.
I touched it. It seemed to be working just fine. A wooden box was connected to the nearby water wheel.
Oh, we'll pick up the cross.
It was heavy. I guess that was intentional.
It kind of looks like a sewer key. And you know, you could actually see the sewer from the first game. You could actually click on the sewer. It was funny. Cross and the pump.
It seemed to be working just fine.
Why didn't we keep the cross then? Why did we put the cross back?
So we're not shoving it into our pockets? Crossing the water
I
wheel.
couldn't see any great benefit in sharpening the cross.
Water wheel and the pump press.
The leverage from the cross allowed me to turn one of the stones, but the other one remained stationary.
Is that to bring the bridge down? The treehouse bridge? What did that do? Leaves?
That's what the leaves are all about.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
Picked up a vine. Pressing the vine? Okay, so
The
we took the
vine
vine.
provided a drive belt to connect the two stones.
Does that work? No. Okay, I want the cross. And that.
Now I had the contraption working.
What is that? Press?
The stones were too heavy to turn by hand.
The stones got turned. So what did that do?
The water wheel had been built to provide a natural source of power. The wheel had a rim of roughly beaten iron.
There's the bridge.
It would have been a shame to tamper with the elegant bridge. The machine was broken.
What did we do over here, John? What exactly is this thing?
No, I don't know. I saw the leaves. We just double checked. You don't really get to pick up hand. You only get to look at it.
It was a pile of damp leaves. It was a pile of damp leaves.
Just damp leaves. And you got a pump. I thought the pump was working.
The machine seemed to be pumping air up to the treehouse. It seemed to be working just fine.
Perhaps if you maybe move the stones even more, like with the cross. It's a press. It's a press of some sort.
It seemed to be working just fine.
I don't know. It takes more than a dumb night watchman and a vicious dog to stop me. It's quiet outside the Trans Global offices. I hope I can find some clues inside. I worried that the time's running out. I found Nico, trussed up, but safe. She'd been investigating a narcotic, is that spelled? Narcotic smuggling ring posing as a courier. But instead of drugs, she came across the Coyote Stone. We don't know why the stone is so significant, I'm sure, but it's sure great to have Nico back. After a spot of zip-wire dairy-do, we escaped the clutches of Pablo, the Central American brute. I hope Titicaca, his little buddy with the blowpipe, is going to be all right. We returned to Paris, where Nico made Labino give me the Coyote Stone. It turns out when Titicaca kept saying Quaramante, he was trying to give me a clue because Quaramante is where Ubier ships his artifacts from. So it's off to Central America with my girl, or I should that read ex-girl? Coromantee City, what a place. As a capital cities go, it sure took some beating at the bottom of the scale. But the trail is hot, and we found Ubier crazing up to a guy in charge, a sleazeball called General Grasantio. I tried to talk to them, but got zilch. Bumped into my old friends, Pearl and Dwayne, who I met in Syria. Dwayne is as nutty as proverbial fruitcake. He claimed to work for the CIA. Jury's still out on that one. He seemed pretty keen to bust Miguel, the local musician, out of the jail. No idea why. Nico and I met the manager of the local mining company, Conchita, who claims that her mine was sabotaged. We agreed to help her as part of an exchange. Nico took the general off to interview him while I sneaked a peek at his map. It can't be a coincidence that Ubier's archaeological expedition is right where the sabotage mine is located. Maybe Ubier had been trying to scare people away from the area around the mine, and I wonder why. And then just when I thought I was ahead, Ronaldo at the general's assistant locked me in one of the cells, and so I needed busting out of jail too. Dwayne sprung me and Miguel from jail, not the most elegant of rescues, but do I care? Nico arrived just in time, and we hightailed it out of there and escaped in an old fishing boat. We headed upriver toward the mine, the archaeological expedition, and inevitably trouble. And just when we thought we were safe and had settled down for some well-earned kip, whatever that means, a helicopter appeared from the darkness and bombed the boat. I remember being blown into the water, debris falling all around me, and then the stream carrying me away. I looked around for Nico, but I couldn't see her. Did she make it? God, I hope so. Okay, folks, well, this is a good wrap. We are going to go ahead and call it. We've been on since 11, just right around 4 hours, almost 5 hours. So we'll pick it up next Sunday and finish the game probably. And then we'll move on to Chad's Choice. So for all those, nice job. You made a lot of progress. Let's go ahead and save. Save and save often. Just in case we did something wrong. Thanks you, Medicine Hat, for being here. Thank you for coming back. Thank you, Excel. I used to have to go to my friend's house here to get the help. Because this is in disc 2 and your disc 2 was broken. That's frustrating. So I had to borrow his disc 2. So do you think the remastered version looks a lot better than the original? I never played the original. Like I said, one time in 2003, I was in Best Buy and I happened to notice Broken Sword, the Sleeping Dragon. I bought the game and I played it, and I don't even remember all it was about, but I remember there was a puzzle with a candle. And the reason why I remember it is because I got stuck on it, and that was before there were walkthroughs that weren't advanced. And so I got stuck on it, and I finally, frustrated, I walked away from the game. Around 11:30 that night, all of a sudden, I sat up in bed. Chad's my witness. I sat up in bed, and I went, the candle.
It was a stage light.
The candle.
Something.
And I ran downstairs and turned it on. Sure enough, I had the puzzle right, and I played until about 1 o'clock in the morning on a work day. So that's what I remember. Broken Sword 3 and 4 were just, but not very great. That's okay, though. I'm still looking forward to playing it. Broken Sword doesn't, let's see, what did you say? And that's how these things happen a lot of times, right? Yeah. So I really don't mind, to be fair. Broken Sword doesn't need the third parts. But, so Broken Sword 3 and 4 were just not very great.
And that's why I recommend 2.5. It's free to download and way better sequel. Well, we'll probably do like we're doing with Monkey Island, and that's to play all that we can. But it won't be back to back. It'll because Chad, though he likes these games, he's not as much of a fan as me. So I try to. He has a game he likes, we play that for a while. I have a game I like, we do that. I know on my queue, the next Monkey Island game is 4, which is the Escape from Monkey Island, and to finish Broken Sword. But Chad probably has a game on his queue, so we're gonna sneak in there with that one. And that is exactly how sometimes things happen, Denison had, and it's a really true story. That I just like sat up in bed and I went, the candle. And Chad didn't really know what I was doing. I ran down the stairs, turned on the computer, and then played and solved the puzzle. So I was pretty stoked about that.